Kind of hard to get camera angle, so you're probably not gonna see me. You see Tina. Honestly, she's better to look at than me anyway. There's my face, my head, my big head. All right, we're back out here. Gonna finish up the couple panels that we talked about in the last roof video. We have one on this side of the garage, one on the back side, and then one over here. So I got this first panel laid out that we got to get cut. As you've seen, we'll use the nibbler to cut it. We need I'll start on that side first, the transition between the house and the garage. That we need a 14-inch piece. So when we cut it, we're gonna end up using this bender, and you put the metal through these holes, and then it rides back and forth on those wheels, and then it bends it. So I did a test piece here, and you can see how it bends it up. So it doesn't bend it to a perfect 90, because if it would, but I don't want to scratch the metal. So if I get it here, I can use my duck bills and then bend it the rest of the way. So I'll get this one marked. I need 14-inch, and it's gonna underlap. Is that a word? Underlap. It's gonna go under the panel that's there already. So we got to cut the other side. I'll get it marked. We'll rip it with the nibbler, and then we need a 14-inch piece. So I'm gonna cut it at 14 and 7/8 because I have that set to 7/8 up, and then we'll get it bent, and then we'll try to get it up there. All right, not perfect, but it'll work. It's a long cut. All right, so all I did was take this and slide it on here, and then just marked it up with my line so that I get it exactly where I want it. And now we'll run down this thing, and you kind of have to, I'm gonna have to clamp it down. So I kind of explain it. As you go, you kind of bend up a little bit. You don't want to do it all at once. I don't want to do too much here, but I don't know if that, it did just the slightest little bit because I wasn't putting too much pressure on it. So I have to get it clamped down, and then you just kind of work it along and push up at the same time. Alright, so she's bent up. I ended up using the duckbills at the end just to get it the rest of the height. So what happens if you get that thing too close is this right here. You scratch it. So we do have a touch-up marker, so that'll touch up. And this will end up being covered anyway by the sidewall flashing that goes between the sidewall flashing mounts on the house and then comes down over top of this. So this little 90 is just for water. If water were to get behind anything, it won't go into the house. Probably, it's not totally necessary, I don't think, as long as you have watertight seals, but it's cheap insurance and it's worth it to me. So that'll need to get cut once it goes up there because of the way the soffit meets the roof, but I don't want to cut that until we get up there, and then I can make little trim cuts to get it to fit. So I'll have to measure this other side, and then luckily this piece here that we cut off, I can use this side here on this side of the garage. So we don't need an extra piece. So we will have an extra piece because they sent us 3. They sent us one for there, one for here, and one for the other side. So we'll have an extra piece, which will be nice. So we'll get that one cut, prepped. We got to bend it up the same way. We'll get the one for the other side cut, prepped, bent up the same way, and then we can get these things installed. Hold on. Let me see if I can. All right, so kind of hard to see because I don't have a good spot for the camera. And I'm slip sliding around. So we got this thing cut to where it needs to be underneath the soffits, and we're gonna try to slip it up in there. Son of a gun. That part about these magnetic shoes. Gosh dang it. Stand it up is how you can get it. There you go. What? Yeah. Okay, well, it's the next day, and you saw we started that, and then you just saw my back because there's nowhere good to put the camera. So we got that piece installed. I don't know how well it picks up. We got tape installed. Yellow stuff. We got the next piece cut for this side of the house, and then we also got our sidewall flashing ready to go. So So that's this piece here that goes on the attaches to the house wall and then goes over top of the garage panels. So I put a little bit of butyl tape on it, and then I trimmed the end. So we'll probably get that piece up there and then do that, and then we'll come over here and do the roof. We'll at least get the first one. Tina can help me, and then the second piece I can do by myself afterwards. But we'll get that stuff loaded up, and then we'll see how it goes installing it. All right, so as I said earlier, it's kind of hard to get camera angle, so you're probably not going to see me. You see Tina. Honestly, she's better to look at than me anyway. So we are going to attach this foam. It's not necessary, but it's going to hold up the back part of that sidewall flashing so that it doesn't fall in when we're fastening it. So she'll pull that, and then we will get it attached.
Went all the way down to the edge of the panel.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I just want to get it snapped down back here. All right. We gotta go up more.
Yep, just a little bit.
That bend should kind of sit right there on the rib there.
You want this to be even with this?
Yeah.
Okay, it's got to go up a little bit.
Well, the lip that's bent down should touch the metal, kind of.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
It's got to come up.
All right.
There.
It's good. All right. Gosh dang it. This butyl tape.
Paper doesn't come off easily.
No.
Good now?
You ready?
Yep.
You stick your end first. Good?
Yep.
All right. Now get the drill. So I need to fasten this. Will you hold this? Well, I guess that's kind of pointless. Why don't I just go off the screws that we already put in? Sometimes my brain is a little slow.
I didn't catch that one because I had my hand on this.
You can take the tape off if you want and bring it down. Okay. One piece down. The next piece is gonna be a little bit harder. All right, well, we got those two pieces on. And again, I didn't film. It's incredibly difficult to film when you're walking up here and doing small pieces of metal, but I'll apologize for that. but you can see the sidewall flashing again. We got that on. So I think we got some rain coming in this weekend. So I was gonna do the fascia, all the fascia first and then the ridge cap, because the gable end trim has to go on and then the ridge cap sits on top of that. But I think what I'm gonna do is put the ridge cap on, and then I could just leave it a little bit loose and long at the end, because I don't want to cut it perfect and then have it short once we put that cap on. So I think I'll just leave it a little bit long. I could leave it 6 inches long, a foot long, whatever it is we have extra. That way it's dried in for the rain this weekend. And then we can go back and do the fascia, the gable trim, all that jazz. But we'll be dry on the inside, so that way I can do maybe some work on the inside while the rain is happening. So with that said, again, I apologize for not filming this, the last couple pieces. Just kind of a pain in the butt to film. So I think we're gonna break for lunch, come back out here, and I'm thinking about starting some ridge cap. I don't know if we'll get any put up. We got to put the foam on the bottom of it first. So I'll get all that done first, and then we can get it brought up here and start getting installed. All right, here is 10 pieces of ridge cap, which won't quite get us all the way across if we're going to overlap. The building's 104 feet across, plus overhangs 1 foot on both, so that's 106. So we really need like 11 pieces, but there's going to be a little bit extra because the ridge is not straight across with the garage and house. But this will get us started, and this doesn't include the porches. So we'll get this opened up. So this end is going to overlap. How much? Let's do it that much. About 6 inches. So this is going to be a lot easier putting this on ahead of time instead of trying to do it up there. And of course this stuff doesn't want to stick. Should heat up just fine in this. I'll leave it in the sun. No heat up and kind of melt on there. But get a pair of scissors. Okay, well, another day. We're back out here. I got the ridge cap loaded up here. Gonna start on this end, work my way across the house, and then we'll come back and work our way across the garage. It's gonna be a little bit tricky where they meet up. I'll have to figure that whole deal out. But one thing at a time, and we'll start on the house. So it's supposed to be a little windy today, and if the wind noise picks up on the GoPro, I apologize. The baby likes to take the camera and turn it on, play with it, and she ripped off the little not dust cover, but the dead cat that sits on there. And I didn't put a new one on yet, so apologize for the wind noise, but we'll go ahead and lay this one out. I got some clamps to hold it, because by myself it's gonna be hard to hold it, and I'll try to get it fastened in. All right. This foam is absolutely horrendous, and it does not stick on there for anything. You know, that sticks on there pretty good, actually. Might not even need a clamp. All right, so I want it, where I overlap, I want it to hit a rib. So I'm going to make sure that it ends on a rib, and we'll overhang, and then we'll cut off over there. So all right, oh, it's good to me. So these ones are going to get 2-inch screws through the top of the rib, and then that'll secure it in place, and then this foam is under there. So I think it's good. The other thing with this stupid foam is the first screw you put in, it totally just does this, bunches it up. Man, this stuff is terrible. Honestly, I should just use the other foam, but you gotta have something there. This one's a little bit long, so I'm just going to rob it from the area next to it. And put it back in. right, so first piece is on. You see this cutout right here? I have to snip that off. It was a little too long, but I haven't done it yet, so that's why that's there. But it looks pretty good. That foam is such a giant pain in the butt. I'm gonna try another piece and see how it goes. I was gonna put that other foam on, but the more I think about it, is that stuff will compress more and probably not let as much air in. I don't know for sure, but I guess since that's our attic vent, I don't want to put that on there if I could avoid it, and then because I want it to be able to vent. So I hate to get it all done and then find out that it doesn't vent and then have bigger issues, have to come take this off or whatever else. So I'll try another piece, see how it goes, and I guess if it doesn't work, I'll figure something else out. It's hard to pre-drill it because I don't know where all the ribs are. So and when I try to pre-drill it with that foam on there, that's even worse. The drill bit just totally gets caught in there. So we'll try another piece, see how it goes. There's only 6-7 pieces across here, so we'll get another one and see what we can do. So I'm gonna snap my chalk line, work my way down. That is 1, 2, 3. There's 3 and a partial left to go. So I'll get those ones knocked out and then I'll show you what it looks like. I wasn't gonna do the porches, but I might do the porches because I want to see the house done. I'm sure you guys want to too. Well, not the whole house, but the roof at least. So maybe I'll do the porches and then come back to the garage later today or tomorrow. But I'll run these out and show you what it looks like, and then we'll figure out what the heck I'm gonna do after that. All right, well, you can see we're all the way across. So I'll go down and show you what it looks like on the inside. But it's getting windy up here, probably picking up on the phone. That's what I'm using to record right now. So I don't think I'm gonna do any more ridge cap because it's a little bit flimsy and I don't want it to break. So I'll show you what it looks like on the inside, but that's where we'll leave this video. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next video. It's dark in here now. Not dark enough. We got a little bit more, but that will be next time.